After my elder sister lost her sanity, her engagement with the Crawfords was passed on to me. I joyfully married my longtime sweetheart, only to spend the wedding night alone. Because of this, I became the laughingstock of the capital. Later on, I uncovered my sister's secret, so she ran me over with her car and dumped my body in the woods. When I opened my eyes again, I realized I had returned to the day when the engagement was swapped. William Crawford cradled my deranged sister in his arms and kissed her fingers affectionately. No matter what happens to you, you'll always be my love, Whitney. This time, I turned and agreed to the marriage proposal of Jonathan Gray, the infamous tycoon with a violent temper and who's rumored to be impotent. While he asked for my hand in marriage, William cried for me to return to his side. After bidding farewell to members of the Gray family, my mother turned to me with a frantic expression. My father said with a frown, "Don't be afraid, Layla. Even if he's the CEO of Gray Conglomerate, he can't bully people into marrying him. I'll go ask their patriarch to cancel this engagement immediately." Then, he got up and headed for the door. I replied calmly, "Jonathan promised that as long as I married him, he would get Dr. Quinn, the renowned neurologist, to treat Whitney." My father stopped in his tracks when he heard that. His tone changed immediately. "I will allow you to marry Jonathan Gray. To be his wife is a blessing that many pray for but never receive. From today onward, we will prepare for your marriage." My mother's eyes were red with tears when she interjected, "But Jonathan is notorious for his violent tendencies. How sure are you that we're not just sending Layla to her death?" My father's expression was stone cold. He responded angrily, "That's just a baseless rumor. You're just a housewife. What do you know?" Having said that, he turned and left. I was not surprised by his reaction. He might love me as his daughter, but it could never compare to his love for my elder sister, Whitney Jones. Whitney's mother was my father's first wife. She died at a point when they were deeply in love with each other. My mother was his second wife. Worried that Whitney would be mistreated by her stepmother, he would always leave the best for her. Since childhood till today, whenever a conflict arose between me and Whitney, he would unwaveringly choose her side, even when she was in the wrong. I wiped my mother's tears away and comforted her. "Mom, don't worry about me. I'll soon be Jonathan's wife. You should be happy for me. But, no buts. Don't worry, I'll be fine," I said reassuringly. Dr. Quinn lived up to his name. In just 2 days, Whitney's sanity was restored. My father was so elated that he hosted a feast to announce the good news. He looked at me and instructed, "Layla, inform the Crawfords about Whitney's recovery and invite them to the banquet this evening." I arrived at their headquarters alone, where I was stopped by a security guard at the entrance. I had to explain the purpose of my visit, and he agreed to pass on the message. There, I stood under the hot sun for 2 hours before William emerged from the office building. He started reprimanding me the moment he saw me. "Layla, just because I agreed to marry you doesn't mean you get to pester me constantly." Looking at his disgusted expression, I responded calmly, "My sister has regained her sanity. My father's hosting a celebration banquet this evening." He was surprised by the news. "Has Whitney really recovered?" I nodded in confirmation. William smilingly accepted the invitation slip that I was holding. "I'll be there on time." At this point, I became aware that William's attitude toward Whitney and me was completely different. That evening, at the start of the banquet, my father raised his glass and announced excitedly, "As Whitney is getting married soon, I shall grant all the real estate companies under my name as her bridal gift." Whitney's face lit up instantly. At that moment, Mother said indignantly, "What about Layla? She's getting married as well." My father replied without hesitation, "She's getting married to Jonathan, so we don't know if she'll survive this marriage or not. It would be a waste to give her such valuable gifts."
Click the link in my bio to get the full story for free.